Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium, home to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Clemson Tigers taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
How about that play? And yeah, that was a great job by the return man, but how about the execution and the blocking? Everybody getting a hat on a hat. They set up that return perfectly. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcats offense takes the field for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
The Bearcats decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The Bearcats just inside the 40. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. He'll just keep slinging it. A little screen to the running back. Shakes off the defender. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking downfield, it's Torres. Got his man quickly. At the 45, on his way. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. The lone back's got it. And the Bearcats brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yard. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. It's complete on the right side.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Quickly complete. Tackle is made after the first down.
Got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They're going back to the ground. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Firing to the right, complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Quarterback moving. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bearcats! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Jackson will throw. Buys a little time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They stop him just a length or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Jackson gonna throw it. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Clemson! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
It's another first down for the offense.
Quick handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the right. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Take over.
Here in this game, and ball slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll ride the hot hand. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Torres. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. 30, the 20, and with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
On second down, he'll fire. Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That one will be incomplete.
Is incomplete.
10 seconds to go. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to put some leg in this one. He gets a hand on it. That's a live ball. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Huntsville. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bowers Stadium.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fair catch called for and made. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on the good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here.
He's going for the big play. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 14 to New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Great move there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Now, a 4th down.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see him back it up on the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He's got it and still on his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
He's not going to get there. Stops short on 4th down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Line gets set. First down. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Catches it at the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Jackson will throw. Fires left. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Gets open down the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tiger! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
And nice job by this offense. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The whole playbook's open. Great job by the QB seeing it immediately. Getting the football out of his hands, hitting his receiver, getting 6 points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the...
Oh, look out! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sam Houston. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Newton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Jackson going to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Got it on the outside. It's Osborne.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Trying play action. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got his man on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Torres. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's now 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's terrible. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Bearcats! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Looking to pass, it's Torres. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He'll start this drive firing. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.